Hello again, it's Dallas Giselson here, South Island Prosperity Partnership. In this video, I'm going to go a little bit in depth on one of the tools that can be used to help you maintain longevity in your collaborative efforts. But first, I just want to provide a quick overview of some of the tools that you'll find here in the application section of the module. The first one is around assembling your collaborators. Now you've used the asset mapping and strengths mapping templates, perhaps in the ABCD+E module. Maybe you've done the SWOT analysis where you've looked at a more in-depth set of strengths and opportunities that are before you. And in the previous section of this module, you'll see this diagram. This is essentially showing what you might call a layer cake of how the place economy sort of brings wealth or creates wealth in, and then it circulates that wealth in the place through secondary and other tertiary industries. And then also how it loses wealth through leakage. Along the bottom, you'll find the foundational elements upon which the economy functions. So you'll see the various roles for institutions and governments and other actors to strengthen the economy. Next, you'll find this template, contributors to the mixed economy as well, where you can use the layer cake diagram to really draw insights and pull the roles and responsibilities that these various contributors have in our place economies together. So whether it's local government or academic institutions, nonprofits, businesses, et cetera, et cetera. Next, you'll find a visioning tool. In order to coordinate within our place economies, we actually need to know where is it that we're going. And so the future backwards exercise helps us take a group of collaborators through a structured visioning process. And this example is one that we did with a really fabulous facilitator through the Roy Group. After this, we have to prioritize because we simply cannot do all the things that we've identified in our visioning exercise. We can't do it all at once, right? And so this ease impact matrix adopted from the famous Eisenhower matrix, it helps us determine where to start by building momentum. And we do that by placing all of our ideas, projects, anything that's on the table on this matrix. And it reveals to us which of these has the highest level of impact, so the biggest outcomes that we want, alongside the most attractive level of ease or the feasibility of making it happen. Now we want to start with perhaps the low-hanging fruit, if you will, and then move ever closer to the big, more ambitious stuff as we gain momentum and collaborative capacity. Next, we're going to offer a mental model or a decision-making model, if you will, that helps you determine how to move from these more process collaboration into more formal governance structures. But which governance structure is the most appropriate for you is really the question, right? So we're trying to walk us through this logic and decision-making to get us to the right formal structure. Lastly, we have the sustainability tools. And so you'll see a list of some of the many reasons in this module or in this section around the reasons that these efforts can fail, right? Along with 3 ingredients that we believe really help us prevent losing momentum or failing altogether. So as part of this, we'll introduce something called the collaborative logic model. So many of you may have seen or even used a logic model in the past, especially if you've worked maybe in the nonprofit sector and definitely if you've worked in the economic development field specifically. Logic models are really useful because they help us check off the 3 ingredients that we mentioned here so we can really maintain momentum as much as possible over time. They also help us show our stakeholders, our funders, general public, et cetera, where we're going with our efforts, and then what we're measuring along the way so that we can tell if we're actually making progress toward that vision. So we're going to take this just one step farther through what we're calling a collaborative logic model. So basically, we're going to take the standard logic model format, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at all of our contributors in this mixed economy, and we're going to start mapping out their sets of activities together over this broader framework that links our collective activities, our collective outputs, our collective outcomes. We're going to link this all together, and then that's going to help us make collective progress. Now, the reason something like this can be so powerful is that it allows us to see how our bold vision for the future is actually really complex, right? And with this complexity comes the need to work together. Now, the challenge is that we don't, rather than working together in isolated ways or in fractured ways, we all have our mandates and stuff going on, is we want to do that in a coordinated fashion through collaborative approaches, right? And that's really what this is all about. And so we hope that you can get value by trying out these various applications along the path of getting your collaboration started in your place. So good luck, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.